Hello everybody, welcome back to another Spelunky 2 video. This one's going to be a bit different. I'm going to be watching XanaGear's new video because guess what? It's on the topic I talked about last time, making custom levels. So we're going to see if we can follow the tutorial and make an epic level.
The last few days.
That started at a weird point.
Everyone, XanaGear here. You might have seen the last few days,
Audio seems
week
okay.
and a half or so, I've been uploading a lot of the Kaizo levels by JawnGC, and they're pretty freaking amazing, and it's really reinvigorated my passion for the game, and the levels that he made, the mod that he made wouldn't have been possible without Jay the Business Goose's level sequence mod, which allows you to make levels, entire levels, and then play them in a set order. So I wanted to make
I actually do have those mods installed. Let me see if I can find it. So I experimented a little bit on my own. So I checked out this like example Kaizo thing. And the level editor is pretty neat. As you guys can see. So I got that custom levels thing done. And where is the one? Alright, Spelunky Trials. So I figured out you can actually change it right here. So if you want to make your own mod, you could use this as a base, which is kind of what I'm thinking, although I'm a little bit worried that I'd lose progress when, if John updates this, that it would automatically reload. But I think the way that Spelunky works is it only, like, it'll show you, I want to update, and then you can click update. But I don't think it auto-updates. But we'll see what he recommends in the video. Don't want to get too ahead of myself here.
this video to kind of give you an overview of what the level editor can do in its current state, and not exactly tutorialize the entire level editor, since it is while it is possible for anyone to make a level in it currently, it is a bit difficult. So you do have to like know your way around a computer a bit. It's not Mario Maker yet. So I wanted to let the people that want to do this know what is possible, and kind of show you how to get started and get you on the right track to where you can start learning how to do this stuff. But you do need a basic knowledge of programming, kind of. Not necessarily you could, I don't know any programming and I'm making levels, but it will be a little more difficult if you don't know programming, as it is for me. So if you are uncomfortable with that, I recommend maybe checking back in a while to see if they've smoothed out some of the more technical stuff. But
I already waited a while since my first mod. I'm gonna have to tackle coding again. We'll see how that goes.
for now, let's go ahead and just get started, and I'll show you how to start making levels and mods. So go here. So I've got the level editor open in ModLunky, and I'll put links for everything in the description below. So I'll show you where to download ModLunky. I'll link you to the tutorial for ModLunky, and I will also post links to all the mods that I am showing you, so that way you can get started pretty easily. But first things first, what you want to do is you want to download Jay's mod, which is level sequence, which allows you to run the levels in a set order, but also download his example Kaizo mod.
So I already
You don't
have both
actually
those.
necessarily have to download this unless you want to start totally from scratch. I recommend downloading the example mod and then extracting it, putting it in your packs folder in ModLunky. And then from there, I have it here. You'll see a couple files, which is, and the important ones we're looking for is the level files and the main file. So you can open the main Lua file, and you'll see that it's telling the game how to pull the levels in which order. And you can add levels obviously by just copying the code. If you don't know how to program, if you don't know Lua, it's not too difficult to just change this, and then you save it, and then you basically just make a copy of level 2, rename it level 3 Lua, and then open it up, and then change all of this to level 3. This indicator tells which file to pull, and then this file name, which level file to pull, and you've got to make
I think I'm gonna be a scumbag and just use John's thing.
sure the theme is correct, the width is correct, and the height is correct. Otherwise, it won't work. And you'll know what that means in 2 seconds. So from there, that should be all pretty self-explanatory. If you can't follow that, you probably shouldn't be making levels yet. It's simply just main file tells the game which order to load the levels, and then the level files have individual code for each level. And you can do other crazy stuff with the actual load level functions. Like you can make, you can put a spike shoes on a caveman to make him walk on thorns. You could make a altar spawn different enemies. You can do a ton of stuff if you know how to program. There's a ton of documentation in the Spelunky GitHub and the Overlunky GitHub.
I just noticed local disk 1 terabyte, local disk SSD, local disk. How big is XanaGear's computer?
That will give you all of the calls and the entity types and everything you need to know. If you know Lua, you can get it all there. But from there, now that you have everything set, all your level sequencing set, then you go into ModLunky, you go to the level editor tab, and you just hit create new level. This is where it gets a little bit easier. So this is a test file, but let's actually just go into J's, and we'll just add a level 3 to it. Actually, you know what? I'll start from scratch. You just want to go ahead and create a new pack. Test 2.
I'm gonna follow along here. Okay, level editor. Let's go back. Create new pack. Taco challenge 2. There it is.
Get in here, and then we'll go ahead and copy J's main over level sequence. This is what you need. You need the main, you need a level, and then you need a level sequence mod. And then we'll go ahead and post it in to test. And then we'll go ahead and make our level. It'll actually be good to show you. We'll name it test, width 4, height 4. We'll make it dwelling theme.
Not sure if you actually need to place it in a folder.
Room is for making regular.
It might be easier to just do that at the end.
We'll hit create. Then here's the level. And then you see the data is created, levels right there. And then we'll go into close all this, open the level 1 Lua, and we're actually going to want to make it test theme dwelling 4 for the width and the height. Then we'll make it test.level, and we'll save that. And then the main.
I go for a sec. Bad gamers.
Needs to be pulling from test. And then level 2 and 3 do not exist. So do not need those right now. Might want to make another level just to make sure it continues properly. We'll go ahead. I actually don't know if level 1 needs to be. I think this should be test and test 2 as well. Yes. Only makes sense. Okay. I think this is good. Obviously, you want to rename your mod as well. Testing for YouTube. Great author. This is XanaGear. This should be good, I think.
Did he just click don't save?
This is all good, and then we'll go ahead and make another level. Test 2, 4. Dwelling again. Great. Then we'll go ahead and.
Is all this stuff really required? Okay, let's test. Oh, it's probably just chocolate challenge too, right? Yeah, so it has test level as the only level. So let's see if it works on its own, because I feel like it should, but if it doesn't, we'll do XanaGear's thing. But I feel like there's no way it's that complex. As yesterday when I was trying it out with example, although that was editing the already there files, it was working fine. I guess we'll see though. If I'm right, this shouldn't require special editing. Huh, it actually might. That's so strange. So you'd have to individually change it per level. Oh wait, there's a thing down here. Could have sworn there was a door prompt. Hey look, it's XanaGear. For now, I might just cheat and use John's. Because I don't know if I want to deal with that. If I use John's and delete the later levels, will that still work, I wonder? Guess there's only one way to try it. So earlier I worked on this one. And I changed this from what it used to be. And that worked fine when I was editing. I don't know if there would be problems just editing in that.
Copy level 1. I know I should.
I don't know. I might just do that. Keep it simple, right? Sorry, XanaGear. I'm gonna be a cheater. There it is. So that means I won't be able to change the, I won't be able to change the level size. But I will still have the freedom of deciding what goes on in that level. First off, I want to replace everything with these blocks, which might take a while. I wonder if there's a way to make, like, the paintbrush bigger for this bit. I will be a bad influence on my fans. XanaGear thought I was gonna learn. But as Donkey said, nuh-uh, you can't tell me nothing. There are still some things that I do want to know, though, like how you make a snake stand still on spikes. So I can't really imagine a normal way of doing that. So let's see. This seems like a good start. So one thing I'm kind of curious about is how arrow traps actually work. And I might need a space above exit. So now we play Spelunky Trials. Except it's not really Spelunky Trials anymore. Because we've messed with it. I could make this full screen, but I'm probably not going to keep it open for too long. Nice, so this is impossible. Also, a block regrew in front of the door somehow. But it does look like air traps automatically face the direction that they want to face. Anyways, let's go back and make that possible now. Alright, that should be good. The one thing that I do think is useful, someone said in the comments there is a way to change it while the game is open. Oh, you just instant restart. Awesome. My idea doesn't even work because the arrow triggers the other one. I kind of want to make like a speedrun type challenge where you fall down and then whip. I think maybe if I put a block here that might fix it though. Or just move this up one. So let's see if that works. Alright, so we did save. Wow, I died to that. That's interesting. Oh, I won't be able to change the health value, though. That is something to think about. Why is this block missing? One thing about this level is I think it should be a bit bigger. Alright, so what's my plan? Let's think about this for a bit. I want something action-packed where you're whipping arrows from in front of you, behind you. Maybe I make it snake down into the side. Yeah, that sounds like an idea. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, we back. Let's see, how do I make this fun? Ooh, how about that like that? So you have to kind of meander a bit. But then all that unravels and you can run through. I kind of like that. So it starts off with something tricky, the 2-tile arrow whip, but then you get a little bit of progress for free because it just naturally falls down. I think that's kind of neat. And it's like everything sorts out for you. So we got that. I like that area. What do I want next? Let's clear some space. So I kind of like what I did in my original mod, where there was just a lot of ladders. You know? So I'm gonna do that there. And then maybe like a wave of arrow traps. Yeah. So these are all arrow traps. And you're just like, oh my gosh. I didn't expect this many of them. Whoa! I didn't expect that arrow trap to show up. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of hard. Nice. I didn't think this would actually like be difficult to get past the first one. Oh no, you just throw an arrow up. Okay. But then you forget that these ones aren't triggered. And maybe just like a couple of scorpions. No, because then they'll trigger the thing. What if I get rid of the ground one? Yeah. Okay. Get rid of this one. Then we can add in a couple... Maybe a lizard so it jumps and nah, that's too much. Let's just do snake. So snake is probably under S. Sister. Snake. Already have that. Oh no! Alright, we'll add in a few snakes for fun. This is probably too many snakes. We'll adjust. Oh my gosh, I actually died to a snake. But you have to make your way past the snake armada. And then you have to get through this bit. And you climb to the top. And then there's a parachute. Okay. So my original idea for Choco's challenge was a long parachute drop with a bunch of spike tiles. And I think I'm gonna put that in right here. So where do I get that parachute? It's like a crate, I think. Where is my parachute? There it is. Then here it kind of opens up. Oh my gosh, I died to a snake! I'm cringe. My parachute is gone. Where did it go? Huh, maybe you can't add a parachute. My dreams are crushed. Or is it just called, like, Guaranteed Crate or something? GUA? Nah. Maybe it's in Crate then? There we go. Oh yeah, baby. And if you want to be a real gamer, you just, you just do one of those. I kind of like this, though. John's thing is that it's, like, super refined and good. But maybe mine can be that it's shitposty and fun. That sounds kind of fun to me. Bruh. I need to stop dying to snakes. That's not something I should be doing. It's just so much more fun when there's snakes, you know? So I want approximately 9 million snakes. Okay, there's a little bit of time before the parachute activates, so I shouldn't put any traps there. Alright, let's put some traps there. So we need spikes. You guys see where I'm going with this, probably. Alright, let's see if this works. It should be doable, I think. It's cheesable. That might be okay, though. Yeah, I kind of like this. I don't even know if I have to edit it more. This seems good. This is a great start. Now, what do I want to do with the rest of the level? Maybe make it a water level. The flooded mines like Andy Hole dreamed of so many years ago. Oh, it's doable though! It's doable the way I like it. Let's go. Nice. So then past this section, what will be the challenge? Maybe a bunch of scorpions. No, that's kind of dumb. What would I want to put in the water? Arrow traps. Okay, there's our idea. Alright, so we got this section, which is a lead up to this water pool I will make. Pretend this is all water. Make this a little bit thicker so I can put a arrow trap there. Now, if I were water, where would I be? Probably down here somewhere, right? Water. Yeah. Water in there, and then just one snake. Maybe two. I could probably make those blocks even closer, but I kind of like it being a little bit not too scary. Okay, that's kind of a neat challenge. You drop down and you whip it. There's a couple snakes vibing. This can be like the vibe corner, so if streamers are playing this and they get tired, they can go and hang out with the snakes. So maybe just like one arrow trap there, and then that's it. This is just a tiny little pool to hang out in. I kind of like that for this area. But what do I want to add next? Maybe another one, but this time... What would I change? Maybe more bats. I kind of like the idea of making this level look like a spiral. So you start out here, and then the exit would be in the middle of the level. So you go right, then down, then left, then up, then right, and so on. Nice, you can also backwhip. So there's two solutions for this little mini puzzle. And look at that, the snakes are side by side this time. So it'll be a little... Every experience will be different. Every copy of this mod will be randomized. Alright, what do I want? Let's add in some more nothing over here. So you go up this way... and come into this big empty room. What is going to be filling this room? So you come here, you drop down, and boom! There's an arrow trap. I'm not sure which way it will face. But then you climb up this way. And maybe this one's an arrow trap. Ah, but then you could use this one to throw it and cheese it. So how do I don't know how I'd make that non-cheesable. Well, there's a chance if you throw it, it hits you on the way down anyways, if you're dumb. So... Oh my god, these snakes are staring me dead in my eyes. Yo, snake strat, skip a bit. Whip too early. Alright, it looks like it does face whichever direction it was facing. You also could carry an arrow from there, because there's so many. Oh my gosh, you can't stomp snakes when they're hiding in the ocean. No! I didn't mean to kill you, Snake, I'm sorry. I meant to kill all the other ones, but not you. I do really like how that came out, even if I know that's cheesable. I wonder if there's a way to make it not cheesable. Alright, so however you decide to do that, you'll have some fun. I think if I put it on the right here, it'll have to face left. So that might be the schmoove. And then maybe we'll just have like one snake here. That seems like a reasonable amount of snake. Alright, let's go back in. Alright, you know the level is good if you die to your own level, right? I want to be easier than Jaunt's, but not baby easy. If you know what I mean. The chillin' pool. Oh my gosh, after you whip you can't jump. That might actually be hard, oh my gosh. I might accidentally have made that too hard. You can't jump after you hit the water. If you're in the whip animation. I'm cheesing my own level. Call the cops, Jerry. Well, whether or not you cheese it. I could just shrug off all blame by saying it's a speedrun level. So, who cares if you cheese it? As long as you have fun. Isn't that what really matters? Not whether or not everything is covered in cheese. Alright, what do I want to put for this bit? We got enough space for a whole nother room. Don't want to reuse the air trap idea. Let's be mean. Wait, no, these have to be ladder tiles, though. Be something with TNT because I don't think John did any TNT challenges. Oh my gosh, look how many lizards. Oh, imagine how many more I could add if I put them in the air. Or I already put them in the air. If I made the air bigger. Made the room bigger. Oops. If I made the bottom level, that would prevent cheesing the parachute. But I kind of like the idea that you can skill your way through it. So I might leave it as is. Alright, that section is not very hard, but it is kind of amusing because there are so many lizards. I wonder if I can stomp out all of them. Oh my gosh, there are so many. You know what? People could they could speedrun stomping all the lizards in the lizard pit % without having that happen. Alright, get me out of the lizard pit. We'll make one of them a snake. Imagine you're at the lizard pit and you're like, wait a second. There's an imposter. Alright, after the lizard pit, what is gonna happen? What is the cool thing over here people are gonna flock to my level to see? I need to have a brain blast for the ending of the spiral. Yang, perhaps? Yang in front of an arrow trap? Oh, that's mean. But you don't have to. You don't have to get him hurt. Or do you? You can see him from the start. Alright, next level, I want it to be fully an underwater level. I want to commit. There's the snake! I saw him! Oh, I didn't mean to let you... I got too excited, I saw the boy. How will speedrunners speedrun past the snakes with 1 health? Who knows? I really like this parachute section. I totally did it like super fast, but it just came out like exactly how I wanted. If it doesn't seem cool to you, just look up how long ago it was that Choco's challenge came out, because that idea was in the works for that. It never made it. Can I even get past without aggroing Yang? Now he's pissed. Can he climb up? Perfect. And then the key opens a secret back layer challenge that gives a jelly. Or is that too much? That might be a fun mechanic for another level. I think for now I'll leave the key. I really like the separated ladder aesthetic. It's like you're climbing an old forgotten ladder. It's too bad you can't actually put them two apart, because I don't think you can jump that far. Huh, this is an interesting mechanic. I didn't know that was a thing. When you climb to the top, you can jump up. Over a tile. So what did I do for Choco's challenge? I put ladders above the lava. I think lava is a lot less of a cheesable thing than spikes, because you can grab the sides of spikes and you can kind of land on them like this. So lava is definitely something that there's going to be a lot of in this mod, but I don't think I'll put it at the very start. Not sure what I want for this next section, though. Maybe a second yang. Or is that too crazy? Let's do more water, actually. I kind of like that idea. Just have a little bit of water here to go swimming. And that way all the water fans can be like, oh, I feel seen. No. Should be enough water. Now let's add, like, one thing here, and one ladder there. And then we got the final room here, which is sure to amaze and delight. Be like a big crush trap. Right here. That's mean. I think it's under G for giant crush trap. Oh. I could add in some mosquitoes. That looks good. And then we put the exit right there. And we replace this with another yang. There we go. Now it should be a completable fun level. And you have to not whip yang, or else the other yang will get mad. And get to see all the mosquitoes buzzing around. You know what? Yang there does kind of kill the speedrunningness, because you can't really whip and go for it anymore. I'll probably have to scooch him. Oh, one of the mosquitoes killed the air trap. That's alright, though. That air trap's just there for flavor. I really like the lizard hole. Oh my gosh, dealing with these mosquitoes is actually insane. We beat the level. It's doable. I think I should add some more mosquitoes though, and maybe like... maybe just one of these dudes for this area. I kind of like that, having one of them. And maybe just one more snake. Just for flavor. Now let's put this snake here. Let's put this yang right there. And I think we got our first level, guys. And you're like, oh, I want to whip that ladder, but yang is in the way. Will I be a speedrunner and jump over like that? And risk it? Or will I be a slow person and take it the safe route? Okay, I don't know how to do that whip. Whoops. Oh, and you need to not aggro yang from over there. Oh, but you can be a sneaky sneak. I forgot about that one. Forgot about that one. And then maybe the second level it won't have any enemy spam. So you guys, because you're like, okay, I get it, it's enemy spam, whatever. So the second level will just be that parachute gimmick I like. And I'll see how far I can run with it. And maybe add some lava in. Oh my gosh. The way it like surfs the snake sometimes to piss off yang is kind of funny. I don't know why that happens though. Look at the mosquitoes schmovin'. Imagine you somehow slip between the lizards and die there. That would be so funny. Actually, wait, the Yang is genius. Because the mosquitoes, they fly over there. I'm a genius. The mosquitoes fly over there, and the Yang being pissed off makes you have to rush. Like a speedrunner, which is the whole point of the level. Pack is to speedrun because it's fun. Although people might not like speedrunning because there's too many snakes. But on my last pack, I made a lot of snakes. And people seemed okay with it. So surely I can make more snakes, and people will still love it. Uh-oh, they're coming for me. Oh my gosh, I got. I can't beat my own level. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the same one. Wait, can you just... Yeah, you can't just do that. Wait, will the mosquitoes hurt the snake? Oh, thank God. I could add some more air traps there, but I feel like I've made my point. Oh my gosh, it surfed along the top. Alright, this level is too hard. I'm gonna remove all the enemies. Now, you know what I might actually do? Just add 1, 2, 3 more of those. And maybe just... And right there, it would instantly get used. Which isn't great. You know, it might be fun, actually. Yeah. Now that's fun. That'll give you something to do while you're doing the parachute part. So there's a little bit of spice added in. I like that idea. I think my mod definitely needs a little bit of spice. I'm sorry, Yang! Oh my gosh, that snake was brutal. Charged right at me, all fierce-like. I almost had it. Oh my gosh, wait. That air trap is actually too soon. Oh, it's right before the parachute deploys. I kind of like it, though. That'll definitely get some first-timers to this level. First-time visitors. Can you see the snake? There he is! Oh, you're not mad this time. Interesting. Oh my god, there's so many. That's actually, like, really hard. Ouchies. If you think about it, Yang is the first visitor to this level. He gets to play it before everyone in the comment section. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing, by the way. That means a lot to me. I'm glad that you did that before I asked you to. Of course, if you didn't, there will be consequences. You know what might be fun there? Just like... One pointless air trap right there. Yeah, and it faces the wrong way, yeah. I actually need this yang, sorry. Oh, we got the underwear variant. I tried to say all variant at the same time and it came out weird. Where is the snake? I think I saw it on the left. Nope! It was on the right. Wow, a lot of mosquitoes gave their lives for this level. Ooh, I made it. Alright. It's possible. It's possible to make it through the level. Which means I should add some more traps. Oh, though, I kind of like it. Maybe I'll end the episode here and I'll do like a level an episode. That seems kind of fun. Yeah, it seems fun. I kind of like that idea. I should move that air trap there, though. Before I quit for the day. Let's see. Yeah, now you have to whip it before you do that. Actually, no, that kind of ruins it. What I'll do instead is I'll make a long path that looks like it goes somewhere. And there's just like... This is so mean. It's just another parachute that you don't need. You can use it to open that, though. It loses a bit of time. I'm leaving it out in just because I think it's so funny, even though it probably isn't. Oh, it has the same title as John's. That's okay. This is still a skill check, for sure. Man, I really like that drop, even if it's cheesable. It's just very fun. Nice. You know what I could do if I really wanted to be mean? Just put 2 blocks right here. Oh my gosh, this mosquito. So you have to jump and go through all of these. Why is he patrolling? Alright, this level still seems beatable. I like it. Alright, yeah. So that's gonna do it for this episode. I had a lot of fun making this, honestly. This seems really sick. Even if I am being lazy and not watching the XanaGear video, I'm glad I could bring you all on this journey with me. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed episode 1 of Choco's Challenge 2 creation. And yeah, whoever comments that I like their comment the most will be dedicated to in the next video. And yeah, see ya.